See, like this, not good.
Not good.
So we need to be like, that's so good.
We gotta start the video over, the whole thing over again.
No.
Next, another 30 minutes.
Hi, hello, welcome back. As you can see by the title,
We're moving.
we're leaving LA.
And if you watched our most recent video, you see that we saw an apartment, we applied, we got the apartment, and we're moving at the end of this month, which will be November.
I guess the first of next month.
There's a fuzz in my face, sorry. There's a fuzz. It's literally flying around my eyes right now. I can't. So we move on the 1st.
We move on the 1st.
Of November 2020. Very exciting times.
Very exciting times.
We just kind of wanted to tell you guys why we're leaving LA, because a lot of people, they want to get into LA, get into the industry, the entertainment industry, and we're leaving LA.
Yeah.
So we'll just do a brief story.
Yeah.
So we got married 4 years ago, 2016. It was the best day of my life. It was a good day.
It was a good day. It was hot.
It was very hot. So 2016, we had both been working in LA for quite a few years, but we were both living in Orange County. We were making the commute every single day.
Yeah, separately. We didn't live together.
Correct, separately. So we got married. We got an apartment in Toluca Lake. If you don't know where that is, fuzz. If you don't know where that is, it's borders Burbank and Studio City. It's a great location, super central. We lived there for 3 years. In those 3 years, again, both working in the industry, we were close to work, which was nice.
But we were also like far enough out of the city where we didn't feel like we were like in the middle.
Correct. There were still like parking lots, and you didn't have to use a meter every time you went to go get coffee with a friend or something. So that was nice about it. But as we were, not to get too much into the weeds, but during our 3 years there, we had some really difficult times financially. Things just kind of went south in our personal lives. Some really bad things happened, and it was just a really trying time. I don't know what this has to do with moving.
No, it's just a little backstory. I lost my brother like a year and a half into our marriage, but some great things happened as well.
Yep.
Conceived our first child.
That's right.
Brought our first child home to our little abode. So we lived there for 3 years, and then we had the opportunity to move into his sister's and her husband's house while they lived in New York for a few months. So we broke our lease, saved some money, moved into their house.
So we lived there for like 7 months.
Yeah.
They were going to come back anyways in March, so we were kind of looking for a place, but then COVID happened.
Yeah.
And it was really hard to look for an apartment. Couldn't do any in-person tours or anything like that.
And you don't want to tour like an apartment that you haven't seen, like it could smell.
Well, that's true. Yeah, it could be beautiful and smell like cheeks. So we moved out of their house, and we just moved in for what we thought was just going to be a couple months during transition into Liesel's mom's house.
Yeah.
Well, we thought it was going to be a couple months, and all the while we were kind of just praying and trying to ask God, where should we move? What should we do? We wanted to live in Pasadena.
We wanted to be like close in proximity to the city for work.
Yeah.
For both of us. If not Pasadena, we were looking at like Agora Hills, Westlake Village, Thousand Oaks, that way.
Yep.
And nothing really was working. Nothing was fitting.
Well, what happened was we were looking, but we just felt the hesitation.
Yeah.
We just kind of felt like the Lord was saying, just hold off and wait a second. And we're kind of like, we need to get on with our lives, like we don't want to stay here too long and overstay our welcome, even though I don't think you can ever overstay your welcome when you have a grandchild in the house.
So we were thinking like, okay, 3 months, and we were still like looking pretty much every day for a place.
Yeah. But just couldn't shake the hesitation. It was like, just hold off, not yet. Like,
really?
And we're like, dang, not yet. I think it was like 6 months in. We're like, not yet. So this has been our stay here, basically in a waiting period.
Yeah.
From what we felt God was saying, it was just hold off, relax a little bit. And so we're like, okay.
And we were praying for pretty specific things that we wanted our new home to have. And every place that we looked at, like, it either like wasn't even close to our budget, or it didn't have. We were just in our minds making compromises. Just like, well, I don't need this. Well, I could deal without this because look, the light, and it has 2 bedrooms, but I don't need a second bed or second bathroom. just you should
Just little
start
things,
making
yeah.
not excuses, but you start making compromises, even though we were both praying for like a laundry list of what we wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
So that combined with the hesitation was just frustrating. Also, all of our stuff has pretty much been in storage or packed in boxes for over a year. And I'm just like, I just want my shoes. I just want like these pair of pants that I don't know which box they're in.
Yeah.
Or, I want to use this specific dish for no other reason than it's just like, I want to use my stuff.
Right. Which is understandable, I
Yeah.
think. So then it was about, a couple weeks ago?
A few weeks ago.
Maybe
at this point.
3 weeks ago, we both felt like the time was now to move. And so
Yeah.
we're like, we didn't feel that hesitation. We felt released to look for a place and move. So we're like, great. Sorry, good.
You asked me if we could live anywhere and work wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Live, and I said, South Orange County.
And I said, well, that's so funny. Because I've been feeling the same thing. If we could live anywhere and raise a family in California right now, in Southern California, where would it be? And I was feeling like South Orange County. So when you said that, it was like, okay. So obviously we still prayed about it, but it was like, we're pretty clear that God was telling us South Orange County. So we're like, all right, cool. Well, what the heck are we gonna do? So we started looking down in South Orange County. And what we did is we set a goal. Or like a date. We said, God, we want to move
October 1st.
October 1st. And so we spent, it must have been
a week.
It was a week before. So every day we said at night, we're going to go for a walk. We're going to walk the neighborhood and we're going to pray.
Pray for our place.
Pray for our place.
What we wanted specifically. And every day it was just kind of like, okay.
It was like, God, do it. God, move on our behalf. Do it on October 1st, Lord. We trust you. So if it's you, open the door, make it happen.
Yeah.
So we did that for a week. And not just pray like, oh God, like actually activate our faith. And you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So on September 30th, I was on my phone and I just happened to scroll by a place and I was just kind of like, oh, I like this place. I really like this place. And then I watched the little virtual tour.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I really, really like this place. And so I sent it to him and it was pretty much the same thing, right?
Yeah, I was at work and you texted me and I was pretty busy at the time. So I was like not trying to look into all these places because we have been sending each other places kind of back and forth for all this time. But I opened it up and I just felt like, whoa.
Yeah.
I was looking at it and it was almost like, that's it.
Yeah.
And I just felt it. I was like, oh my gosh, I think that's it.
Yeah.
So we FaceTimed and I was like, I really like this place. I feel like that's where we're supposed to live.
And he said it's not the most beautiful. It is still beautiful.
It's still beautiful.
It's not like super aesthetic Instagram, YouTube.
Because I've been looking at places where it's like nice
marble
kitchen marble
countertop.
with a kitchen island and just like hardwoods. Tall ceilings.
It does have tall ceilings. But
like lofty kind of stuff. So anyway, that's what I was looking at. But when I saw it, I was like, that is nice.
Yeah.
That feels like home to us. So go ahead.
Called, was able to get a tour that same day. He came home a little early from work.
I was like, I gotta go. Sorry. Peace.
Packed up, got in the car, went down there, and as soon as we walked in the door, we were just like,
we're like, oh yeah.
This is it.
Yeah. And did we say this in the other video that there were 4 appointments to see that place that day? 2 before us, 1 after us, and the 2 before us canceled.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, hey, if you like it, why don't you if you just start the application process now, we'll hold it for you. So even if the people after you want it, they won't be able to get it unless you withdraw your application, or obviously if you get it, then you get it. So we're like, okay, so we kind of went into the other room. And we're like, I like it. What do you think? What do you think? And I was like, I feel it. Like, let's do it. And we were just like, God, if it's you, let it happen.
Yeah.
And if not, then close the door.
Please let it happen. That's what I was feeling.
Yeah. I was too, but ultimately, we just want His will.
Yeah.
So, because that's going to be the best thing, and frankly, the only option for us. So, long story short, is that a long story short?
Long story long.
We got the apartment. We got it on the 1st of October. We've been praying for the 1st. We got it on the 1st. Now we can't move until November 1st, but we secured our new place on October 1st.
Secured the bag.
Facts. What does that even mean? I don't know. I never heard that before.
I can imagine living anywhere else, or even think about living in LA right now. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just not right for us in this season.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, I was more concerned with proximity to the city and to studios and being like 25 minutes away from any audition that I had.
Right.
And I was just like, this is all just what I want, but what is best for my family right now? I mean, if I need to, I can get up to the city, and obviously it's going to take a little bit longer, but right now I'm more concerned with having a clean living environment for Zachariah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't feel like he needs to be exposed to all of the things of the world right now. He doesn't need to be exposed to homeless people or needles. Not that that's where we live, but I can't control, you know, what other people do.
Mm-hmm.
And South Orange County is just a lot cleaner than like 99% of LA.
Well, we don't know the statistics, but the parks in Aliso are super clean.
Yeah.
It's very family oriented, which
Yes.
is what we really wanted.
There are a lot more family activities.
Yep.
LA's just not very family friendly.
It's just grind and hustle
Yeah.
and you know, pursue your dreams kind of a culture. But for families, and I don't even want to say that because there are some families that are doing wonderful in LA.
Yeah,
so I don't even want to say that.
Just for us right now in this season, I'm more concerned with what's best for us and what's best for my son. South Orange County is where it's at right now.
Yeah, I agree.
We're in for a wild ride because
Yeah.
we have one friend down there. We're still like a minimum of 35 minutes away from family.
Yeah, which is decent.
Yeah.
It's doable.
But just not going into a world that we don't know. I can't get to like, I don't know, Vaughn's without using
Maps.
like Google Maps.
Well, thank God for Google Maps.
Yeah.
You know,
But
that's
I
all
mean,
good.
like I could get to a grocery store here.
Yeah.
Or even like where we were living.
Right,
But
right.
I don't know where anything is.
Yeah.
I don't know where the mall is. Where am I going to do all my shopping? My daily
I
shopping.
will Google it for you. You'll be able to find it. So so this is kind of our new chapter. We're super excited, to say the least. It's a leap of faith, but it's literally like a faith step-by-step thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like right now God's saying, okay, take this step. And so we take it and we're like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, we'll take this step now. And we're like, okay, we did it. Maybe you could show us where we're going. He's like, nah, fam. Which is okay. That's where we want to be, you know? So we're just very excited
Yes.
to move, and we'll chronicle the whole thing.
Yes.
We leave you with this.
If you find yourself at a crossroads and you feel a little voice saying, listen to that.
Yeah.
Because we did, and we're so excited and we're so happy. I know we keep saying we're excited, but it's kind of like, we are excited.
We are excited. It's just nice to have peace
Yeah.
with what you're doing, and
As opposed to-
knowing that God has you because you're like in His will,
Yeah.
rather than like, God, I'm just gonna do this. Help me out, please. You know, I think.
Yeah.
So we feel peace. We're comfortable. We're happy, and it's gonna be an exciting new journey for us, and we're gonna take you along with us. So we hope you enjoy it. Oh, if you're new to the channel, thanks for watching. I'm Ian, this is Liesl. We have a son named Zachariah. And if you're returning, we love you. Thank you for the comments and the likes and everything. You guys are awesome. So
Let us know what you want to see. Moving content, family stuff, whatever. Comment, like, subscribe, ring the bell, all of the things.
do the bell, because then when we upload, what will it do?
Ding a ding a ding.
It'll ding on you, and it'll get up in your phone and it'll say, "Hey, they posted a video." You're like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta watch that. Let me watch the whole thing. Let me like it. Let me put a comment on it."
Follow us on Instagram.
Oh yeah, those are in the description too.
Yeah. Guys, we're still new at this.
We're learning. I don't know what to do. We're trying to remember the key points today.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you in the next one. Thumbnail? Should we pose for a thumbnail?
Oh yeah.
Should we go this way so you can put it here?
You're so smart. I forgot about that. We're like this.
Well, you gotta put that in it. You gotta put. Should we go this way so you can?
We're trying to make a thumbnail right now, and I was just like, but so the text can be this small. Let me just get all up in the camera.